Picture this. It's 2025, and we've just witnessed what might be the most spectacular game of royal chess in modern history. In the blue corner, wearing the crown and wielding the monarchy's purse strings, we have King Charles III. In the red corner, clutching a 75-year lease like it's the last Greggs sausage roll in Britain, we have Prince Andrew. Welcome back to Royal Cookies, where we serve up the juiciest royal gossip with a side of heart-wrenching humanity. Please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. And guess what? The disgraced Duke just checkmated his big brother in the most epic property battle since, well, probably since Henry VIII decided he fancied a few more wives and palaces to go with them. You heard that right. Prince Andrew has won the Royal Lodge battle, and I'm about to spill all the tea on how this masterclass in royal stubbornness just unfolded. Because honestly, this story has more twists than a pretzel factory, more drama than EastEnders, and more family dysfunction than your average Christmas dinner. So buckle up, buttercups, because this is one wild ride. First things first, let's talk about what we're actually fighting over here, shall we? Royal Lodge isn't just some quaint cottage where you pop round for Sunday roast. Oh no, no, no. We're talking about a 30-room Georgian mansion sitting pretty on 98 acres of Windsor Great Park. That's right, 98 acres. To put that in perspective, that's roughly 74 football pitches of prime royal real estate, complete with 7 additional cottages dotted around the grounds like expensive monopoly houses. This isn't just property, darling. This is power. Royal Lodge has been the Queen Mother's former home, a symbol of royal privilege, and quite frankly, the kind of place where you need a map just to find the loo. We're talking about a £37 million slice of British heritage that costs more to maintain annually than most of us will earn in a lifetime. Think millions per year just to keep the roof from falling in and the gardens from looking like something out of a post-apocalyptic film. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the Duchess in the lodge. Because while everyone's been focusing on the brotherly battle between Charles and Andrew, Sarah Ferguson has been playing her cards like a proper poker champion. She's not just Andrew's ex-wife who happened to move back in after their divorce. Oh no, she's become something far more interesting. The power behind the throne, if you will. Recent reports suggest Fergie has been making some rather strategic moves. She's rented out her £4.25 million London townhouse for a whopping £16,000 per month. Because why wouldn't you turn your Belgravia property into a cash cow when you're perfectly comfortable in your ex-husband's 30-room mansion? Thank you very much. It's like she's saying, London pad? Don't need it. Got myself a castle. Cheers. But here's the kicker that's got royal watchers absolutely fascinated. Sarah has reportedly been scaling back her social media presence from inside Royal Lodge. Gone are the days of giving us glimpses into those opulent interiors. She's been keeping things under wraps, almost like she knows the walls have ears and the king has spies. Smart move, Duchess. Very smart move indeed. Right? So picture this scene. King Charles, fresh off his coronation high, decides it's time for a bit of royal housekeeping. And by housekeeping, I mean systematically trying to boot his scandal-plagued brother out of one of the Crown Estate's most prestigious properties. Because let's face it, having Andrew lounging about in Royal Lodge while his reputation is more tattered than a Union Jack in a hurricane isn't exactly the image Charles wants for his reign. The king's strategy was deliciously simple. Cut off Andrew's royal allowance, strip away his security funding, and basically make life so financially uncomfortable that he'd have no choice but to downsize to something more, shall we say, modest. Frogmore Cottage was offered as the consolation prize. You know, that adorable little 5-bedroom number that Harry and Meghan briefly called home before they decided California suited them better. Charles probably thought this was checkmate in 3 moves. Remove the funding, apply the pressure, watch Andrew pack his bags. Simple, clean, efficient, very much in keeping with his vision of a slimmed-down monarchy. What could possibly go wrong? Hold on to your crowns, Cookie Monsters, because this is where our story takes a turn that's more dramatic than a BBC period drama. You see, back in 2003, when Andrew first moved into Royal Lodge, he didn't just rock up with a suitcase and a hope. Oh no, this man came armed with paperwork, specifically, a 75-year lease agreement that's more bulletproof than a royal limousine. This lease isn't your typical rental agreement where the landlord can give you a month's notice if you're late with rent. We're talking about a legally binding document that runs until 2078. That's right, 2078. By the time this lease expires, we'll probably have hover cars and robot butlers, and Andrew will be, well, let's just say he'll be very, very old. But here's the absolute genius of it all. Andrew agreed to take on all the maintenance costs for this massive property. We're talking about millions per year in upkeep, renovation, and general keeping a Georgian mansion from falling down expenses. At the time, it probably seemed like a fair deal. The Crown keeps ownership, Andrew gets security of tenure, and everyone's happy. Fast forward to 2025, and that lease has become Andrew's royal fortress. Because no matter how much pressure Charles applies, no matter how much he huffs and puffs, he legally cannot blow this house down. It's like Andrew's been playing the longest game of royal chess in history, and he just revealed his queen. Now this, my dear Cookie Monsters, is where our story gets more mysterious than a locked-room murder in an Agatha Christie novel. Remember, Charles has reportedly cut off his brother's royal funding. No more cozy allowance from the sovereign grant. No more security detail on the taxpayer's dime. By all accounts, Andrew should be checking his sofa cushions for loose change and considering a career in retail. If you're obsessed with royal strategy and environmental impact like I am, make sure you're subscribed to Royal Cookies because we're serving up the most sustainable royal content on YouTube. And remember, in a world full of fast fashion and royal scandals, sometimes the most revolutionary thing you can do is wear your values on your sleeve, preferably in a gorgeous shade of green.